Hello everyone, how are you doing? How is your business? I'm still your friend Another Woman. Welcome to my tutorial for today. So today we are going to be making a turtleneck top. Okay. Um it was inspired by the fact that I needed a turtleneck, a navy blue turtleneck top, and I couldn't get any. Then it dawned on me that I could actually make one. So I got a material and made it, and it came out very, very fine. And I thought to share. Sincerely, since then, I've been selling. I've sold dozens of this very turtleneck of the same material as well. Okay, so today I have here just 1 yard of this very stretchy material. Of course, you know your fabric has to be stretchy. Okay, 1 yard because I still have this little one from the other ones I made. Okay, so but if you are making and you want to be comfortable with your material, you should have at least 1.5 yards. Okay, so quickly we'll get started. And if you are new, please subscribe before leaving, and also tap on the bell to get yourself notified. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I'm folding this way. You know our fabric is like this, so I'll fold this way. I'll be cutting the front and the back at the same time. And then I'll fold again like this to give us 4 folds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So the length is 24 inches. So I'm cutting 25.5 inches. Okay. And then I'll place the bust line, waistline, shoulder is 16 inches. I'll use 1/2 inch for shoulder slope. And then armhole, I'll use 7.5 inches. So I'll now place my bust measurement. Bust is 42. Divided into 4 will give us 10.5. I will not be adding any sewing allowance, so I'll just use that very 10.5. No sewing allowance because this is a body hug. It's supposed to hug. Okay, so when I use this now, by the time the person wears it, it will now hug properly. But if I add sewing allowance, it's useless, so I will not be adding sewing allowance to it. You see the fabric is very stretchy. And this bust measurement is the fitted bust measurement. There is no looseness there. Okay, 10.5. Waist is 35 into 4 is 8.75. Okay, and then I'll be using a blouse hip for this. Okay, at this lower part I'm going to use a blouse hip. 42 into 4 is 10.5. So I'll then carefully connect this to this to this way. Okay, now for the neck, For the neck, I'll use 2 inches. The reason I'm using 2 inches is so that by the time I'm done sewing, it will now be 2.5 inches. So 2 inches. For the back, 1 inch. The front, 2.5 inches. I hope you get that. So this is for the back, and this is for the front. I hope you understand that. So I'll remove the back first. Remove the shoulder loop. Okay. Okay, so the rest will be to remove here and then this way. Okay, so when you open it up, you should have something like this. First one, I'll leave the other one so that I'll use it to attach the turtle neck. Alright, so I'm using the other pieces for the sleeve. Okay, that's why I said 1.5 is just okay. It depends on your size as well. My sleeve length is 25. It got up to here. Okay, so I'll be starting here. I'll measure 26.5 inches. Okay, the reason I put 26.5 is because I would want to fold this part with 1 inch and then 1/2 inch at this upper part for joining to the armhole. Okay, so this is the 26.5 here. Okay, so my starting point is this. This is my calf's height. This is my armhole. Okay, I added allowance here just in case. Okay, I have a tutorial on sleeve. All right, and then round sleeve I measured here and here. Okay, for that upper part it's 13. This is 13. Let me add 1 inch. Okay, then at this wrist area, 8 inches. I'll also add 1 inch. So I will then connect from here to here to here. This is my sewing allowance. I think I should reduce it to 1. Okay. All right. Okay, so this here is the sleeve. Okay, so I've joined one of the 2 shoulders. Hope you see it, just one. And then I've taken measurement of the circumference of the neck. It's 15.5. Okay, so this other one is on fold. It's 5 inches. Okay, and then I'll measure this. Okay, I hope you see it. Okay, so what I will do now will be to, the way this one is, close it this way. Maybe I'll need to show you while I'm doing it. I'll sew it straight like this. Okay. Okay, so I'll sew straight. Alright, so when you do, you close it at the rough side. Okay, please also remember, I forgot to add, for that neck, most times you will need to consider the size of the person you are making it for, so that you don't end up making it and the neck cannot pass since there is no zip. Okay, so if the person you are making for is on a big side, you will have to expand that neck width to about 2.5, so that by the time you are done sewing, you should have neck width of 3 inches. Okay, so having done this now, I will then attach it to the circumference of the neck line. Okay, you make sure that the jointed part aligns with the one of the shoulders. Okay, and then you sew. So you see the neck. So when you wear, you fold this way. Alright, so next will be to now, it's either you attach the sleeve before you close the two sides, or you close the two sides, close the sleeve, and then attach. Whichever one works for you, it's fine. But for me, I will attach the sleeve before closing the two sides. Okay, so what I've done is to hem the lower part of the blouse and also the wrist, as in on the sleeve, the wrist. Okay, I folded it because closing the two sides will mean that we are done since there is no zip. Okay, and also I remember I added 1 inch here for sewing allowance, so I'm going to use that 1 inch to sew up to the armhole here. Okay, and then while we were cutting the body of the dress, I said I was not going to add any allowance. All right, so I will take 1/2 inch to close the body of the top. Okay, but for the sleeve I will take 1 inch. I hope it's clear enough. Okay, so now practically we've come to the end of the tutorial. Okay, please let me quickly add that if you are making it for commercial purposes, like when you didn't take any measurement for the turtleneck, maybe you should use the 2.5. Okay, and you also consider the elasticity of your fabric. It's a fabric that is very, very stretchy, that you know that even if you do 2, you can still pass the head area. You can go ahead with the 2. Okay, so this is what we have. We are going to be folding the neck when we wear it. Okay, so it's going to be like this. Okay, thank you for watching till the end. I really appreciate all of you. If you are new, please subscribe before leaving, and don't forget to tap the bell to get yourself notified. Okay, are you in any difficult situation? Don't worry, just hang in there. Okay, just hang in there a little. God will definitely fix things for you. Till we get to meet in my next tutorial, I love you. Take care of yourself, and please, bye. Pray for me, don't forget that.